everything is just slush. Once again, I come to you to show you what I got in my mailbox. Every day makes me so happy. Can you open it? Oh man. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yay. You want to carry that?
No, I don't do that one.
Okay. So I come inside, got dried off, and then I had to get cleaned up. We are going to be going to town in a little bit, but I couldn't wait. I needed to see what was in these seed packages. The package that I got is from MIGardener. And so while I was getting ready, apparently my little boy couldn't wait either because he went ahead and tore into the package for me. So like I said, this is from MIGardener is how it reads. It's MIGardener. And this is the first of 2 orders that I placed with them. I know they are super busy right now. I'm trying to keep up with everything. The reason I also found them was, like I told y'all in the last video, that I wanted to order a lot of Baker Creek seeds, and they had to shut their website down, and so it's kind of diversified where I've gotten my seeds from. And although I really do believe that you should support a business that you absolutely love, I also think it's such a great opportunity now that I'm trying all these different companies and finding a whole lot of different varieties that I probably wouldn't have found before if I just stuck with one. So I really suggest that if you are on Facebook to go and join the Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds group. I think that's the name. I'll let y'all know in the description for sure. Join that group, and then it's one of their pinned posts, and it tells you at the top, like, it's a huge list of so many different companies that they trust and that you can also get seeds from. So we're going to get started. Like I said, it is from the MIGardener Heirloom Seeds. We're going to start with the tomatoes I got. I really like the pretty pictures. Nice thing to see when you look at it. You actually know what you're going to be getting. This is the Black Prince tomato. If you guys remembered from the last video, I told you that I've ordered so many different tomato varieties, and there's so many different neat ones. There's black, purple, orange, yellow, green, red. There's small, big, dimpled, not. I mean, there's, oh my gosh, I can't stop ordering tomatoes. So a lot of the tomatoes I know are open pollinators, which means that if I were to place these 2 next to each other, they would cross-pollinate, and then they would start to kind of fall away from that pure, true, original tomato. And so if you were to save those seeds, what you grow next to each other will be just fine. But I'm saying if you want to save those seeds, then those kind of sort of start to get maybe a little different, not so pure. So I know that I'm not going to be planting all the tomato seeds I've bought this year. I just can't. We are going to be having, my mother-in-law has a garden. We are going to have a huge garden. I can't wait to share with y'all. And we're also going to do some raised garden beds elsewhere on our property. And my dad gardens. I'm not sure that he's going to be able to do quite as much as he wants this year, so that's why I think I'm just going to have to take it over for him and say, hey Dad, you're planting tomatoes for me, because I've ordered at least like 20 different kinds. So these, they are the Black Prince, and they were voted the best tasting tomato several years in a row. And so I thought, well, of course I need to try them if they are the best tasting tomato. Kind of like Buddy the Elf going around trying all the best cups of coffee in the movie Elf. That's me and my tomatoes. I have to try them all. Congrats, you guys did it. So it's a medium size, usually grows, and they're really good dried, and they're really good for making paste. So I wanted to try it. Next, I have the Hillbilly tomato, and a girl like me, Eastern Kentucky roots, I see Hillbilly and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. So this is actually from West Virginia though. It's an heirloom, and it is a bicolor variety, and they can grow massively huge, like 1 to 3 pounds even. And so I thought that they were cool. I really didn't have much in kind of that orange yellow color shade, so I wanted to try it. And of course, like I said, hillbilly, I'm gonna get it. And then next, it's another tomato. I'm really sorry. I decided to get the black cherry tomato. Hopefully you can see that. It's an unbelievably sweet. It's supposed to be so incredibly sweet, and so I really wanted to try that. I understand the darker, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And so I really am interested in trying these darker tomatoes because I'm not a super big acidic tomato tasty kind of girl. I love all tomato byproducts, do not get me wrong, but to just sit and eat a tomato, I like them to be a little sweet. So I really wanted to try these, and it's a really deep purple color, and I pretty much just can't wait to try all these different little cherry and all these different little ones we got. So then I ordered some orange watermelon. My brother-in-law actually worked at a greenhouse this past summer, and he brought us home some of the coolest stuff, and one of that was an orange watermelon. And it was really good. It was super sweet. It wasn't, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It was different. It wasn't not watermelon tasting, but it was just different, and it was super good. And so, I always salt my watermelon. I'm a salter. Are you a salter? Some people are. Some people think it's gross that you do it. I love salting my watermelon. But when I had this one, and I didn't want to salt it at all. It is that sweet. So hopefully ours will be just as good when we grow them. And they also really don't have that much seeds, and I'm not crazy about the seeds. So I wanted to try it. So we got the tender sweet orange. And then I also got the Jubilee. I liked the name. I think that's about it. It was it was like that perfect deep red watermelon. So I was like, I'm going to pick that one. And then I realized that it's actually really iconic in the deep south. And y'all, I live in southeastern Indiana. So I'm hoping that these will grow here. Lord knows we get some really hot and humid, super humid hot summers around here. So I'm hoping that maybe more towards the end of the year, like after June, it'll start to take off and it'll do well. This is also another variety that really doesn't have a lot of seeds. And so I wanted to try it. Plus it just looks like that perfect watermelon, and it had that deep pretty red color. I know that the watermelons typically can come in weighing like 10 to 15 pounds. And when we have get-togethers, we have a big family, and I'd like to have a big watermelon to serve. So I really just thought that this one, the Jubilee, sounded perfect. This one. I forgot I ordered this. It was kind of just like a add to cart thing, and I didn't really fully think about it. So I got the long grain rice, and I've never grown any type of variety. But this says that this is it's a large grain rice, and it's easy to grow, and it doesn't need a rice paddy to grow. So as long as they're kept damp and well watered, they will grow. And then of course, once they are formed in pods, you have to knock them off. You'll have to thresh them to separate them from the chaff. And it'll be a little bit of a process too. I'm honestly not 100% sure that I'm going to get to grow this year. If y'all really want me to, I will. Just so we can experiment together and figure out how to grow rice. And if you have successfully grown rice, give your girl a holler. I'd like to know what you know about it. I got a red burgundy onion. It is a short day variety though, and so I understand that I should have gotten a long day variety. So I might have to send this to one of my friends who lives a little bit further down south. I'm still learning about onions. I mentioned before, we've never successfully grown onions. Oh, Oh, but wait, I kind of have. Check it out. Yeah. I found this in our little, I keep my onions down in a little crate in like an old Hoosier cabinet kind of deal. And I swear I bought this like not even 2 weeks ago, the whole bag. And I looked in there and I have a volunteer. And so honestly, I've had some potatoes kind of, but never an onion. So maybe it's a good sign that we're gonna have some luck. So I'm gonna have to figure out if this onion will even work for me or not. I'm really not sure. It does say that it won't require a lot of special attention, that it'll just grow, and I like those kind of plants. So it does say that it also is a little bit of a spicier red onion, so I thought that that would be fun. Kind of get it different, add it to salads, as well as like put it on some sandwiches or even caramelize it. I'm excited. So hopefully this will work for me. I'll let y'all know when I figure out a little bit more. I got some Italian oregano. I have spiraled out of control. I cannot be contained this year. Very first I started out with cilantro. I needed cilantro. And then Baker Creek had this lemon dwarf cilantro. I needed it. It said it has like a nice lemon citrus smell, has a little bit of a taste to it. And I thought that would be so good to add to our homemade salsa. And salsa is literally like a craft in my husband's family. And so, I'm going to get my own little secret spin on it. And they were sold out of it for weeks. Baker Creek, I couldn't find it anywhere else. I did find it on a couple like Taiwanese websites, and it was in another language, and I wasn't about to put my credit card in there, and so I understand that it actually is fairly common overseas, and especially in different types of like oriental dishes, but over here it's a little bit harder to get. So I needed the cilantro. It was a gateway drug for herb gardening. Now I can't stop. I've just snowballed out of control. And so first I started thinking I could use, I could just start growing herbs that I use, things to cook with, and then it kind of led me into new ones and new flavors, and then we got into flowers and companion plants, and I can't stop. So here is my Italian oregano. Really excited to get started on it. It's just, it's oregano that you see anywhere. Used in Italian and Mexican cooking. It's good fresh or dried. I didn't know that oregano actually is it'll flower, and so it's always best to harvest it before it gets to a flower. But here's my oregano. So I'm gonna let y'all in on a tidbit about me. Snapdragons make me so happy. So happy. I remember when I was little going along the sidewalk, and the very first time my dad had planted them all right along where we walked there, and I remember just sitting on the sidewalk and just staring at him, and he came out and he popped a head off, and what are you doing, Dad? I was so upset. And then he showed me how you can make a snapdragon talk. And ever since then, I love them. So any variety that I've found so far of snapdragons, I've been snatching it up. This one is the white snowflake. It is supposed to be like a clear paper white blossom and just a little bit of a, like a buttery yellow at the center. So I'm really excited to try it. I haven't actually started flowers from a seed in years, and so I'm excited to try to get these started though. So I'm excited. Love them. I also, like I told y'all, that I'm just like spiraling out of control. So that led me to companion plants. There's nowhere that you cannot put marigold, it seems like. They are so awesome at keeping pests away. I'm going to grow some to put around my chicken coop. We're going to be making some flower boxes to hang on there so that my chickens don't eat all the flowers. And then we're going to put them in the garden. Of course, we've always put them with tomatoes, but I'm also learning just how awesome and beneficial these are. So if you don't have marigold, go get you some marigolds. This is the Cracker Jack mix. I know that it's a really fun project for kids. They're pretty easy to grow, and they can actually be really nutritious. I have not ate marigold before, but it's the first time for everything. We might try it this year, maybe add it to our salad. And I'm really excited to get started on it. And then lavender. Apparently I was in for a challenge. That's what I wanted, was a challenge this year. And so I've been reading a lot about how to get lavender going. This one is the common English lavender. It is, it will come back year after year. It's kind of a smaller plant. And it's one of the most fragrant varieties of lavender, so I'm really excited about that. I know that it's also something good to plant with your chickens. One, it smells nice, and two, it's also good to repel the wrong bugs, bring the right ones. And so I'm really excited to grow them, possibly even dry some, and just add a super nice variety of lavender. But the challenge part is that I guess it's kind of more difficult to get it to start. And so I'm going to try the like paper towel in a Ziploc bagging method and see if I can't get them to germinate first that way before I start to actually plant them. And so I'll bring you guys along for that, and we'll do it together and figure out if we can get this lavender to grow. And I also, Lord knows I don't need sunflowers. My dad is a sunflower junkie, and then the guy that we actually bought this house from he had won in 4-H and things with his huge sunflowers. And so we were super lucky to have a couple volunteer plants still come up around, just like, it was so nice. We'd be here for a month and then, oh, there's a new sunflower come up. And so that was like a super cool gift for us as new homeowners, that, you know, something that they had done, he had planted, and probably never anticipated seeing anyway, but it brought so much happiness and joy to us. And so I kind of just like encourage you guys that even if you don't think that you will ever see the plant, I hope that you go ahead and plant seeds for someone else to enjoy. And so, not that I needed them, but I did buy these Velvet Queen sunflowers because, I mean, come on, how could you not? They are so pretty. They are such a deep shade of red. I love them. One of my friends is getting married this summer, and so I was thinking if we couldn't try to grow some for her wedding. She's going to be having sunflowers and roses, and I think that'll be super pretty. But even having some of these deep burgundy sunflowers available that we can decorate, I think will be fabulous. So it is super stunning. It'll usually produce like 4 to 7 flowers a plant. So I'm really excited. It's something a little different. Like I said, Lord knows I didn't need them, but... And then, my boys are so excited about this. I got Jack Be Little pumpkins. They are, usually get like 10 to 15 just out of that little plant. They're the cute little tiny baby pumpkins. And, but they also are edible, like as a squash. So we go... And we usually buy like a whole trunk load of pumpkins every year. And so I thought, well, how awesome would it be if I could just grow my own? So I got the Jack Be Little. I got the Jardale pumpkin. I totally dig the color of that. And it's like a true blue pumpkin. So I'm really excited about that, to be able to grow some blue pumpkins. And usually you get like 4 to 6 medium sizes out of these. So I'm excited. Hopefully, even if I only get 1 or 2, I will be thrilled. I love, love, love the look of these. And then I also got the Connecticut Field Pumpkin, which is just like the typical classic American variety of a pumpkin. This is what we typically carve when y'all make jack-o'-lanterns. This is what we're looking at. So I got the most basic, true, normal pumpkin I could find, so that way the boys can hopefully have really nice pumpkins to be able to carve this year. That is it that is my Michigan gardener. That was all of them. I know that I have a shipping order here. Oh, Butterfingers. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Let me see if there's anything cool included with it. It is not. They didn't send me any growing instructions, but there's plenty on the back of every single seed. I'll show you. If it'll tell you when, how. So there's really not much need for them to include anything like that. This is just the shipping label. So I'm really excited. These will be my first order with them, so I can't wait to try it. Hey, so I'll explain the outfit change in the next scene, but before we even get into the next video part, I just wanted to apologize and let you know that if you don't like baby chicks chirping, dogs prancing and their collars jingling, or children fighting and whining, then you're probably not going to like me. And I'm sorry, because all three of those things are included in the next two videos, and it's kind of loud, and I really thought about like going back and editing it or even reshooting it, and then I thought, you know what, y'all, this is me. I'm going to keep it real with you. That is my life every day, and I hope that you can stick through it with me and enjoy the rest of the video. Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, it's been a couple days since I originally did the MIGardener unboxing. That day I had to go to town, and then that evening we got like a really surprise snowstorm, and then the next day we got 50 baby chicks in the mail, and so you might hear some chirping right now. And so because of the snow, we had to move them inside, and so I've just been running around like a mad woman. And I'm sorry, I didn't get to finish it, but I did not want to leave this off because you guys saw it when I checked the mail, that I got the new issue, and it's my very first issue of Backwoods Home magazine. And I'm really excited about it. I signed up for it in like October, I think it was, and their newest issue had just came out. So they actually gave me like an e-version of it, and I got to check that out online, and it seemed really good content, things that I was really interested in. And so now I'm really excited to have like an actual copy in my hand. So it's been published by, I believe, the same family for like, oh, I read it online, I think it was 23, 25 in that area. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact number, but it's been a while since it's been started, and there's so much. There's seriously just like a plethora of knowledge here. And so they have different little like extra books. One they're advertising on the back is all about chickens. Kids are fun. So there's all kinds of stuff in here that I'm really excited to read about. There's the art of herbal teas, which I just went on a tirade earlier about how I've spiraled out of control with all my herbs and things. So I'm really excited about that. There's different baking recipes, ideas. All this stuff looks super good. Solar powered bug out bike. That's pretty cool. So there's just a lot of different things. Storing dry food. There's just tons of things. So if you're like me, you love to read what to do when you can't buy canning lids. So like I said, if you're like me, you really like to read, you really are into the homestead, self-reliance type stuff, this magazine is super cool. If you just want to get one issue, I actually just saw it at Tractor Supply this week. So I think I got a better deal by subscribing, and it was only like $20, $30. It was in that price range. And so I'm really excited to get to actually complete reading it, and I'll let you guys know how much I like it. But for the most part right now, I really think that it's nice. All the pictures look great, everything's in color, tons of information. So I'm really excited to get started. So that is it. That is all that I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Make sure that you do. Check out our website if this isn't how you found us, and it is www.thankfulrootsdalrymplefarms. We're going to be posting things like this, more blog posts, videos, recipes, just all kinds of things about our life as we try to, you know, continue gradually getting more and more self-reliant. So, I hope to see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.